Terminator 2, Judgment Day was released in the year 1991. Until 2025, over 3 decades have passed since the film first arrived in theaters across the world. The early 1990s were a time when fears of technological singularity were still largely contained within science fiction, long before the proliferation of truly smart devices and advanced neural networks became commonplace. The world today in 2025 is deeply interconnected, relying on complex artificial intelligence systems that were only theoretical nightmares back then. Yet, this contrast is what makes the film's narrative remain compelling. It tells the straightforward story of a young man, a machine protector, and his mother fighting to prevent a global catastrophe caused by a future AI system. In this documentary, we revisit the cast and see where they are today in 2025. Arnold Schwarzenegger was born on July 30th, 1947, in Thal, Styria, Austria. He was 43 years old when Terminator 2, Judgment Day, premiered in the summer of 1991. He played the central role of the Terminator, or T-800, a Cyberdyne Systems Model 101 machine sent from the future to protect the young John Connor from a newer, more advanced threat. The character is a massive, nearly indestructible killing machine that learns human behavior and emotion through the course of the film, shifting from an antagonist in the first film to a stoic, paternal figure here. Casting director Molly Finn famously spent months searching for the antagonist T-1000, but Schwarzenegger's return as a protector was a guaranteed box office success, secured by his pre-existing relationship with director James Cameron. One real behind-the-scenes fact is that the special effect of the T-800 peeling the skin from his arm to reveal the metal endoskeleton was created using a plaster cast of Schwarzenegger's actual arm, which was then mechanically manipulated and filmed. Prior to this massive role, Schwarzenegger had already achieved immense fame first as a world-renowned bodybuilder, having won the Mr. Olympia title 7 times, and then as an action star in films like Conan the Barbarian in 1982 and the first The Terminator in 1984, followed by hits such as Predator 1987 and Total Recall 1990. His career after Terminator 2 continued to soar through the 1990s with hits like True Lies 1994 and Eraser 1996, though the late 90s saw some critical disappointments before a major turning point in 2003 when he was elected the 38th governor of California, a position he held until 2011. Struggles documented in his career include managing the shift from pure action star roles to comedy and later the intense scrutiny of political life. One of his major professional achievements being the highly successful revitalization of the Terminator franchise with this particular sequel. Among his honors, he has received a Golden Globe Award for New Star of the Year in 1977 for the film Stay Hungry, and was later inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame for his cultural contributions. In his personal life, he married journalist Maria Shriver in 1986, with whom he has 4 children, though the couple later separated after his tenure as governor. Today, in 2025, Arnold Schwarzenegger is 77 years old and continues to be active in acting, political commentary, and environmental activism, often revisiting his most famous roles. His portrayal of the emotionless machine learning the value of human life still resonates deeply today as a classic example of character evolution in modern cinema. Linda Carroll Hamilton was born on September 26, 1956 in Salisbury, Maryland, making her 34 years old when Terminator 2, Judgment Day, was widely released in July 1991. She played Sarah Connor, the hardened, cynical mother of the future resistance leader, a character who had transformed from a vulnerable waitress in the first film into a fierce, survivalist warrior. Her function in the sequel is that of the primary protagonist, driven by a nearly psychotic intensity to save her son and prevent the apocalyptic future she knows is coming. The director, James Cameron, specifically requested a radical physical transformation for Hamilton's character, wanting Sarah Connor to appear physically and mentally formidable, mirroring the trauma she had endured since the first film. A documented behind-the-scenes fact is that Hamilton trained intensely for 3 hours a day, 6 days a week, for 3 months leading up to and during filming, adopting a low-fat diet and military-grade exercise regimen supervised by a former Israeli commando, which contributed directly to the character's authentic military-like posture and musculature. Her career before T2 included the initial role as Sarah Connor in the The Terminator, 1984, as well as her notable television work on the series Beauty and the Beast from 1987 to 1989, where she received 2 Golden Globe nominations and an Emmy nomination. Following the immense success of Terminator 2, Hamilton took on various roles in film and television, including the disaster film Dante's Peak, 1997, and multiple TV appearances, though she largely stepped away from major film roles for a time, citing a preference for a simpler life outside the major studio system. A major public struggle and turning point involved her diagnosis of bipolar disorder in the early 2000s, which she later spoke about openly, dedicating time to advocacy to help others understand mental health challenges in the film industry and beyond. Although she has not won major competitive film awards, her work has been recognized with multiple nominations, including the aforementioned Golden Globe nods for her television performances and a Saturn Award for Best Actress for her work in T2. In her personal life, she has been married twice, notably to James Cameron between 1997 and 1999, and she has 2 children, one from each marriage. In 2025, Linda Hamilton is 68 years old and remains a respected figure in Hollywood, having returned to the Terminator franchise for Terminator: Dark Fate in 2019. Her performance in Terminator 2 redefined the female action hero, presenting a complicated, damaged, yet supremely powerful woman whose sacrifice and determination still serve as an inspiration for complex female roles today. Edward Walter Furlong was born on August 2nd, 1977, in Glendale, California, which meant he was just 13 years old during the summer of 1991 release of the movie, marking his professional debut. He played John Connor, the defiant and streetwise boy destined to become the leader of the human resistance against Skynet in the apocalyptic future. John's function in the narrative is to serve as the critical point of protection, the fragile human element around which the entire fate of humanity revolves, creating a deep emotional connection with his mechanical protector. Furlong was famously discovered at a Pasadena Boys and Girls Club by casting director Molly Finn, who was looking for an unknown, rough-around-the-edges young actor to embody the rebellious spirit of the character. A fascinating documented fact from production is that Furlong's voice began to break during the post-production phase of the film, requiring that his voice be subtly re-recorded by a female voice actor for some of the later dialogue to maintain continuity, with his younger sound established earlier in the shoot. Furlong's career before this role was non-existent, as he was a complete unknown, plucked from obscurity and immediately thrown into one of the most demanding and high-profile film sets of the decade. Following Terminator 2, he had a successful run of film roles throughout the 1990s, including leading parts in American History X, 1998, and Pet Sematary 2, 1992, establishing himself as a significant young actor. However, a major turning point in subsequent public struggle involved severe personal issues, including substance abuse and multiple arrests in the early 2000s, which significantly hampered his acting career and led to a period of highly publicized personal and professional difficulty. Despite these challenges, his initial performance earned him the MTV Movie Award for Best Breakthrough Performance and a Saturn Award for Best Performance by a Younger Actor, recognizing the impact he made. He has maintained a quiet public life concerning his personal relationships in recent years, though his struggles with addiction and recovery have been openly documented in court records and press interviews. Today, in 2025, Edward Furlong is 47 years old, and while his career has seen ups and downs, he has continued to work intermittently in independent films and television appearances, including a brief return to the Terminator franchise. The youthful vulnerability and inherent future heroism he brought to John Connor remain a touchstone for child actors tackling complex roles in action and science fiction to this day. Robert Hammond Patrick was born on November 5, 1958, in Marietta, Georgia, and was 32 years old when he delivered his performance as the film's antagonist in July 1991. He played the T-1000, a highly advanced mimetic polyalloy liquid metal Terminator sent back in time to eliminate John Connor, representing the cutting edge of Skynet's relentless future technology. The character's function is pure, silent terror, serving as a physically graceful and almost unkillable counterpart to the T-800, using its shape-shifting ability to create unprecedented visual effects for the era. Documented casting information shows that director James Cameron chose Patrick specifically because he possessed a lean, intense physique and a penetrating gaze that contrasted sharply with Arnold Schwarzenegger's bulkier, more familiar presence, contributing to the T-1000's unique, unsettling speed and inhuman calm. A documented behind-the-scenes fact is that Patrick, an avid runner, trained relentlessly to develop a specific, unervingly fast and efficient running style to embody the T-1000's relentless pursuit, making many of his chase scenes filmed without the use of camera tricks or speed manipulation. Before Terminator 2, Patrick had appeared in a few smaller roles, most notably the action film Die Hard 2 1990, as a terrorist, but his career was relatively quiet and unassuming, with him struggling to find major feature film work. The success of Terminator 2 was a massive career turning point, immediately launching him into mainstream recognition and setting the stage for a long and varied career primarily in science fiction and action genres, including Fire in the Sky, 1993, and Striptease, 1996. His post-T2 career flourished, particularly on television, where he played a major role in the revival of the series The X-Files as Agent John Doggett, a role that required him to step into a beloved, established franchise, which he successfully handled for 2 seasons. While he has not won major competitive film awards for T2, he received several nominations, including a Saturn Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, and has since been recognized for his enduring work in television. Robert Patrick is married to actress Barbara Hooper and has 2 children, and he remains a highly sought-after character actor known for his reliable intensity. In 2025, he is 66 years old and continues to maintain a highly active acting career across major film and television productions, proving that his silent, relentless portrayal of the T-1000 established a performance blueprint that is still studied for its unique physical menace. Joseph Joe Morton, Jr. was born on October 18, 1947, in Harlem, New York City, and was 43 years old upon the film's release in July 1991. He portrayed Miles Dyson, the chief of special project at Cyberdyne Systems, and the man whose research on the shattered CPU chip from the first Terminator unknowingly set the stage for creation of Skynet and the apocalyptic future. Dyson's function is complex, acting as the intelligent, well-meaning human antagonist who must be convinced by Sarah Connor and the Terminator team to destroy his life's work in order to save the future, essentially making the ultimate sacrifice. Documented casting notes highlight that James Cameron wanted an actor who could project both brilliant intellect and genuine vulnerability, essential traits for a character whose moral choice drives the climax of the second act. A real documented fact on the production is that Morton extensively researched computer programming and AI development to ground a performance in reality, understanding the technical jargon and the intellectual pride his character would feel in his groundbreaking work. Morton's career before this role included significant work on and off Broadway, earning a Tony Award nomination for his performance in the musical Raisin in 1974, and he had notable film appearances in A Brother from Another Planet, 1984, and Tap, 1989. Following Terminator 2, his career trajectory saw him become a highly reliable and versatile supporting actor across numerous genres, with major roles in films like Speed, 1994, and Apt Pupil, 1998. Often playing roles of authority, such as doctors, political figures, and military leaders. A significant turning point in his later career was his widely acclaimed television work on the series Scandal, where a portrayal of Rowan Pope earned him a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Drama Series in 2014, a major recognition after decades of steady, consistent work. His personal life has been kept largely private, focusing primarily on his family and commitment to his craft, embodying the archetype of a dedicated working actor. In 2025, Joe Morton is 77 years old and maintains a busy schedule, continuing to act in film, television, and theater. His honest and heartbreaking portrayal of a man who accidentally holds the key to the apocalypse remains crucial, demonstrating the human responsibility that comes with technological creation, a theme that feels more relevant than ever. Earl Bowen was born on August 8, 1941. In New York City, and was 49 years old when the film was released in 1991, bringing his familiar presence back to the franchise. He played Dr. Peter Silberman, the cynical, highly skeptical, and often dismissive criminal psychologist assigned to assess Sarah Connor's mental state at the Pescadero State Hospital. Silberman's function in the narrative is to provide a grounded, skeptical counterpoint to Sarah's apocalyptic claims, acting as the voice of conventional sanity, only for his reality to be shattered by the arrival of two Terminators. His casting was an easy choice, as Bowen had already established the character's condescending yet professional demeanor in the first Terminator film, providing continuity and subtle, dark comic relief. A documented behind-the-scenes fact concerning Bowen's work is that while he is highly recognizable as Silberman, he was also a prolific voice actor, known for lending his voice to many animated series and video games, showcasing his versatility beyond his on-screen appearances in the franchise. His career before Terminator 2 was extensive, featuring numerous roles in television sitcoms and dramas throughout the 1970s and 1980s, including appearances on MASH Asterisk and The Golden Girls, alongside his work as a voice actor in various animated projects. After T2, Bowen returned to the character for a brief but memorable role in Terminator 3. Rise of the Machines, 2003, essentially wrapping up Dr. Silberman's increasingly traumatized journey through the franchise. His later career focused heavily on his voice work, a notable turning point, with him largely retiring from on-camera work in the mid-2000s to concentrate on this side of his craft and his family life. While he did not receive major awards for his film work, his presence was foundational to the tone of the franchise, serving as a necessary, dryly delivered foil. Earl Bowen passed away on January 5, 2023, at the age of 81, after a battle with lung cancer, concluding a long and fruitful career. Dr. Silberman's journey from disbelief to terrified witness mirrors the audience's own reaction to the escalating absurdity of the film's events, making his character essential to maintaining the franchise's dark, psychological edge. Janette Goldstein was born on June 4, 1960, in Los Angeles, California, and was 31 years old at the time of the film's premiere in the summer of 1991. She played Janelle Voight, the seemingly normal foster mother John Connor, whose identity is secretly appropriated and replicated by the shape-shifting T-1000 in a chilling moment of deception and murder. Janelle's brief function in the film is to serve as a symbol of the innocent domesticity that the war machines seek to corrupt and destroy, and the T-1000's use of her likeness represents the invasive, personalized threat of a new antagonist. Goldstein's casting was another example of James Cameron's creative loyalty, as she had previously starred in Cameron's Aliens, 1986, as the unforgettable Private Vasquez, and she had also appeared as film Near Dark, 1987. A documented behind-the-scenes fact is that Goldstein was initially worried about being typecast as a tough, military-type character following Aliens, but she accepted the T2 role because of the complexity of playing a dual character, appearing first as the unassuming mother and then as a terrifying liquid metal imposter. Before T2, she had already secured two iconic roles in science fiction and horror, starting with her breakout debut in Aliens, which earned her a Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actress, and her work in Near Dark solidified her presence in genre filmmaking. Following the success of Terminator 2, Goldstein continued her collaboration with Cameron, appearing in Titanic, 1997, as the Irish immigrant mother, presenting a completely different maternal and vulnerable image, which served as a major turning point in showing her range beyond action. She continued to work steadily in various television and film projects throughout the 1990s and 2000s, often tackling character roles. Janette Goldstein has kept her personal life extremely private, largely focusing on her family and her work, which includes running a successful plus-size bra and lingerie company, which she established as an unexpected but major business venture. In 2025, she is 65 years old and continues to act while also dedicating time to her entrepreneurial activities. Her terrifying, silent transformation into the T-1000 remains a standout moment in the film, reminding audiences that the greatest dangers often were the faces of those we trust the most. Xander R. Berkeley was born on December 16, 1955, in Brooklyn, New York, and was 35 years old when the film was released in the summer of 1991. He played Todd Voight, the husband of Janelle, and the temporary foster father to John Connor, a character who was initially presented as a normal, slightly overworked man trying to manage a rebellious foster son, before he also falls victim to the T-1000. Todd's function in the story is similar to Janelle's, providing a baseline of fragile, mundane normalcy that is brutally interrupted by the dark forces from the future, highlighting the immediate domestic threat posed by the shapeshifter. The casting team sought actors who could believably portray ordinary suburban parents, enhancing the shock and violation when the T-1000 infiltrates their home. A real behind-the-scenes fact about Berkeley's time on set is that the famous scene where the T-1000 uses a milk carton image to track John was filmed in their house set, and the tension of that domestic invasion scene was a noted highlight of the tightly controlled production. Berkeley's career before this film was built on strong character work, primarily playing tough, sometimes antagonistic, but highly memorable supporting roles in action films and dramas, including appearances in Sid and Nancy, 1986, and The Rookie, 1990. The visibility gained from Terminator 2 was a significant turning point, allowing him to secure more prominent and recurring television roles, establishing him as an exceptionally reliable character actor capable of playing both sympathetic and villainous figures. His career after T2 saw him land major recurring roles on highly successful television dramas, including a long-running stint on the action series 24, and later an acclaimed role as Gregory on the horror series The Walking Dead, demonstrating an ability to consistently adapt to new genres and formats. Berkeley is married to actress Sarah Clark, and the couple has 2 daughters, often maintaining a lower profile despite their significant visibility in genre television. He has not received major awards for his film work, but his presence in countless critically and commercially successful projects speaks to his consistency. In 2025, Xander Berkeley is 69 years old and continues to be a fixture in film and television, often lending a distinctive, authoritative voice to complex supporting roles. His brief but impactful presence in Terminator 2 anchored the shocking reality of the T-1000's infiltration, showcasing how easily the future's war could shatter the safety of the present day. Epatha Merkerson was born on November 28, 1952, in Saginaw, Michigan, and she was 38 years old when she appeared in Terminator 2, Judgment Day in July 1991. She played Teresa Dyson, the wife of Miles Dyson and the mother of his children, a loving and supportive figure who is completely unaware of the world-ending research her husband is conducting or the danger it represents. Teresa's function is to personalize Miles' decision, forcing the audience to recognize the immense sacrifice he is making when he chooses to destroy his work, as that choice directly involves the destruction of his family's peace and security. Casting for Teresa required an actress capable of projecting warmth and normalcy, someone who could convincingly ground the brilliant but stressed Miles Dyson in a relatable domestic life. A documented fact from production is that Merkerson, despite her short screen time, brought an effortless dignity to the role, which was essential for emphasizing the tragedy of the Dyson family's fate. Merkerson's career before this major film role was primarily rooted in the New York theater scene, earning recognition for her stage work, including a Tony Award nomination for her performance in the play The Piano Lesson in 1990, as well as early television appearances on Pee-wee's Playhouse. The year Terminator 2 was released also marked a massive professional turning point, as she began her legendary run as Lieutenant Anita Van Buren on the long-running television series Law & Order, a role she played for 17 seasons, setting a record for the longest-running African-American character on a primetime television show. Her tenure on Law & Order led to immense recognition, and she later won an Emmy Award, a Golden Globe Award, and a Screen Actors Guild Award for her starring role in the television film Lackawanna Blues, 2005. Merkerson has spoken publicly about managing her health and life balance throughout her demanding career, focusing her personal life on quiet activism and dedication to her craft. In 2025, Epatha Merkerson is 72 years old and remains a highly acclaimed actress, currently starring as the chief of medical affairs on the successful medical drama Chicago Med. Her calm, authentic performance in Terminator 2 was crucial in establishing the high personal stakes of Miles Dyson's storyline, reminding viewers that the fate of the world often rests on the sacrifices made by ordinary, loving people. Castulo Guerra was born on August 24, 1945, in Cordoba, Argentina, and was 45 years old when he appeared in the film in 1991. He played Enrique Salceda, an old, trusted friend of Sarah Connor, who lives in the Mexican desert and provides the Connors with safe haven, weapons and training supplies during their time underground. Enrique's function is to act as Sarah's loyal, resourceful contact, a figure of silent support who understands the threat facing the world, representing the few trusted allies Sarah allows into her intensely paranoid circle. Documented casting information indicates that the role required an actor who could believably portray a hardened military-type figure with a deep-seated loyalty and world weariness. A behind-the-scenes fact is that Guerra spent time working with the film's weapons coordinator to ensure his handling and cleaning of the weaponry, particularly the automatic rifles, looked authentic and natural on camera. Guerra's career before T2 included numerous television guest appearances and roles in films such as A Falcon and the Snowman in 1985 and The Milagro Beanfield War in 1988, where he often played ethnic character roles, providing depth ensembles. Following the film, Guerra continued his steady career as a character actor, appearing in a wide variety of television series, miniseries, and films, becoming a familiar face known for bringing gravitas to supporting roles. His turning point came from the consistent quality of his work, allowing him to be a reliable and respected presence in Hollywood productions, moving seamlessly between major studio films and important television guest spots. While he has not been a recipient of major awards, his long career of consistent supporting work has made him a respected figure among his peers in industry. Castulo Guerra is married and has maintained a very private personal life throughout his long career. In 2025, he is 79 years old and has largely retired from consistent acting, though he still occasionally participates in selected projects. Enrique Salcedo's willingness to risk his life for Sarah Connor demonstrates the necessity of human connection and loyalty in the face of insurmountable odds, showcasing a quiet form of heroism that resonates with the film's themes of survival. Danny Cooksey was born on November 2nd, 1975, in Moore, Oklahoma, making him just 15 years old when Terminator 2: Judgment Day arrived in theaters in 1991. He played Tim, the slightly older, rebellious friend of John Connor at the beginning of the film, who helps John hustle money at the arcade and serves as his temporary sidekick before the arrival of the Terminator. Tim's brief function is to establish John Connor's initial character as a mischievous, somewhat anti-establishment teenager, demonstrating that John already possesses a defiant edge and an ability to manage his own small gang of friends. Documented casting notes show that the producers were looking for a young actor who could convincingly portray a tough, streetwise character to contrast with John's own inner vulnerability. A real documented fact is that Cooksey was a veteran child actor with significant experience before this film, which allowed him to handle the demanding, high-budget set with professionalism despite his young age. His career before T2 was heavily focused on television, where he was highly recognizable for his long-running role as Sam McKinney, the freckled, wisecracking foster child on the popular television series Different Strokes during the mid-1980s, and he was also a voice actor on various cartoons. Following his appearance in Blockbuster, Cooksey's career shifted heavily toward voice acting, a major turning point, lending his distinctive, gravelly voice to countless animated characters, most notably the recurring role of the abrasive Bobby Budnick on the popular cartoon Eek, the Cat, and later appearing in live-action series like Salute Your Shorts. He has maintained a steady career primarily in voice work, a testament to his talent for vocal characterizations, which has earned him consistent employment in animation and video games for decades. Cooksey keeps his personal life very private, focusing on his family and professional work in the voiceover industry. In 2025, Danny Cooksey is 49 years old and remains a prolific voice actor, highly active in the animation world. His brief but memorable appearance as Tim was crucial for immediately establishing John Connor's anti-authoritarian mindset, grounding the future leader in a recognizable, rebellious teenage reality.